could see the way that you look to me, I bet that you'd be amazed at the sight. You'd see a heart that's fearless and true.
So you play Sue Snell, aka the girl next door in this in this universe.
Yes.
So what has it been like stepping into the role of that character for you?
I think that it's really interesting because I see a lot of me in Sue. And I also see a lot of not me in Sue, but maybe someone that I want to try to be or not try to be. It's hard to explain. Sue, I feel like, reflects me, so I feel like stepping into her has not been as hard as some of the other people, but it's definitely been interesting being a different person.
So you play Margaret, aka Carrie's mother. What has it been like stepping into that role of a mother who's so overbearing, she's willing to take anything on that she can to sort of save her daughter in the ways she thinks are right?
I'm gonna be totally honest, it is really scary. It is. I was like totally joking around and I was like going to like not even really think about it when I started because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have so much fun. And that first night where I had to like pull Sam's hair or something, I don't remember what it was, but it was like some kind of physical contact, and I remember I just thought, oh my god, like I felt so guilty, and like I kind of just internalized it a lot and felt very worried about it. And it's hard not to like isolate yourself in that, I guess. It's hard not to get caught up with it, but
Elena, you're a professional.
I'm so sorry. No, but it's very difficult, and I think that it was not nearly as difficult as I thought it would be, but having support from people, and I mean, I've been asked a lot if I'm okay and if it's been comfortable, and even though having that is nice.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have that support system,
Right.
I guess. And even if, like, it's a lot better now, but even just having that space is really nice.
Awesome. Do you think Carrie represents mental health in teenagers properly?
In certain aspects, I do. One thing that I really like about the show is the opener, where it's like everybody's kind of hurting, which I think is it's a very much a testament to high school life. Like, you have to always be conscious about the way people feel around you because like everyone's kind of going through it. So yeah, that's a part of it that I really enjoy, is like the mental health aspect, where it really, I mean, it's not really a love note to like mental health representation in teenagers, but it's an homage too, I think.
What is some advice you'd offer someone in Carrie's situation, where they're getting bullied and don't have proper resources for help?
I think, I mean, in my personal experience, I would join as many communities as I could. Like, I think while Carrie's situation is taken to the extreme, I'm sure there are still some people who feel the way that she feels. And I think really, like, kind of getting out of your own skin, getting over yourself, and joining communities. Like, for example, theater. I've been able to feel so much more myself when I'm on stage and surrounded by the people I care about. And yeah, oh my gosh, it's been a really like eye-opening experience, and it's also been like, it's been really good for me, and I think it helps a lot of people as well.
In a scenario like this, do you feel like Carrie could have had actual proper help from people if she, I guess, looked more would be a proper way to word it?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely. I think that her mother took her away from a lot of those things, so she's just completely oblivious to like everything the other kids around her know. But yeah, I think she would have been a lot better off if she were to find the help that she needed.
So a lot of the songs have deeper meanings to them. Did you try to match imagery within the choreography to those songs?
Absolutely, yeah, that's a really big thing for me. Choreography is just, it's always been a passion of mine. I started off dancing when I was like 2 years old, so dancing has just always been like my biggest thing. And so whenever I try to do choreography, I always try to do things that are going to like match the tone, match the words of the song, just match like the feelings of the songs and stuff like that. So doing the choreography for Carrie, trying to have some like strong images of like bullying and the self deprecation that is very prevalent in the show. And honestly kind of tapping into like my high school experiences and how I felt being a high schooler and really trying to like channel that and put it into the show. And it's not that I had like a bad high school experience, but like high school is high school and high school is freaking tough, and I don't want to like sugarcoat that with the choreography or with the movement, with the staging, with the music, with any of that. Like, we're just not sugarcoating it. We're talking about how it really is. And so that was like my initial, that's what I want to do with this choreography. And I actually like kind of went a little bit deeper than I intended to with some of it. So particularly in the song In, I tried hard to have some strong images in the choreography, and especially towards the end of that song, there's a lot of lyrics about self-harm.
Do you think mental health in teenagers has proper representation?
Not really, because I feel like a lot of things don't represent perfectly, and it's so complex that you can't really cover it perfectly, I guess.
So, do you think mental health in teenagers has proper representation?
I don't think that, no. I think that they could make it more accessible to like get help for teenagers struggling with mental health. I think a lot of these resources that we have are hidden and hard to find. So just making that more accessible to everyone.
Do you think there are proper mental health resources for people to find?
Absolutely. It's only about taking advantage of them.
So in this show, we can see heavy representation of mental health, abuse, and abuse of power in a sense. Do you think that can relate to a lot of people's everyday life?
Yes. I mean, like, that's not something we really want, but yes, that is definitely something that is realistic that happens to a lot of people, if not everyone.
And with that, do you think there's proper resources to get the help they need?
There are. It's people just might not know exactly how to like get to them, or I guess not in that like time when they're feeling that way, might not like think to go to them.
Okay,
But,
and oh, sorry.
but there are sources, and I think people just need to like know that there are.
No doubts, no more fears. I see you shine and the dark disappears.